What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to analyze 6 snaps of Tyler Steen. As you guys know, he came into the game right before the first half ended. And generally speaking, I would never analyze 6 snaps of any rookie offensive lineman, but Tyler Steen is it. You know, we watched this guy's tape back in preseason. He was playing right guard, he was playing left tackle, and the guy looked really good. And I don't really hold preseason tape all that valuable, but regular season tape, especially against one of the best defensive lines in the NFL, means so damn much. And in these 6 snaps, do keep in mind they're all passing snaps, Tyler Steen showed flashes. And it's only 6 snaps, so we're going to overanalyze all 6 of them, but we're going to analyze them. Let's get right into it. So here's the second snap. This is 3rd and 2. Watch what Tyler Steen does on this play. Very impressive if you guys ask me. This is the type of stuff that allows offensive linemen to have success in the NFL. One of the things as a lineman you have to do is you have to process. So what that means is when a guy comes directly at you, he's trying to get you off balance to free up another guy. But if you can recognize the cues in the guy you're blocking, you know, sometimes they'll angle their body a little bit to the left. Sometimes their feet are off just a little bit. If you can process those cues, and if you're able to recognize who's coming directly at you, and you're able to pick that up the way he does on this one, and free up your tackle to possibly get off the block and get back over here, that's impressive. Now, I know the quarterback technically threw the ball out, and there was no pressure on the quarterback on this one. And I know some people are going to say, so it doesn't really matter, but you'll see in the next 4 plays why it matters, because there's a handful of plays in which he does the same exact thing. Now, I also want to state this before we get into the 3rd play. That is that the Washington Commanders understood that Tyler Steen is a rookie, and he had to come into the game at this point. And they also understood that we're going to put our best guy on this rookie. We're going to put Daron Payne over Tyler Steen. And we're going to run these defensive line games directly towards him. We're going to put him in these positions in which we can possibly get off the field. Now, here's the 3rd snap here. This one's pretty impressive as well. Once again, they're going to run a game to the inside, and he's going to pick it up. Once again, Tyler Steen is going to recognize Daron Payne is going to slant this way, and Jonathan Allen's going to come around. He's going to be able to process that. He's going to be able to pick it up. You'll see Steen's going to keep his eye on the defensive end, just in case the defensive end's the guy to kind of stunt. But he's able to process as number 94 and 93 right there run that defensive line game. So it's a good job right there in terms of processing. He's able to pass off one of the defensive linemen, come back, pick up the other defensive lineman, and the quarterback is generally kept clean here. So to me, this is a really nice job by the entire offensive line that are able to process the 2-man defensive line game right there. It's a pretty good job. With that being stated, let's go ahead and get into the next snap. Now, this is the 4th snap that Tyler Steen played. Again, he only played 6 total snaps. This one's impressive. This might be the most impressive one. Again, 6 snaps, and they're running all these defensive line games towards Steen. That's impressive right there. So on this one, it's going to be Daron Payne that goes first, which means Tyler Steen has to get the hands into him, and he has to make sure that Payne is not able to get a free shot at the right tackle. Oftentimes what ends up happening on these games is the guards don't get into the defensive tackles and help their offensive tackle. On the other end, if a defensive end is going first, the offensive tackle doesn't fully help the offensive guard. They don't get their hands in those defensive linemen. In this instance, that's not going to happen. Steen's going to get his hands directly into Payne, and he's going to push this guy right there. That push makes sure that Daron Payne does not get a free shot to the shoulder here of Lane Johnson, which could ultimately get Lane Johnson off balance and ultimately give Payne the inside leverage and possibly a hit to the quarterback. So this is a really nice job to get the hands, to push, to come back around and get back over here to Montez Sweat and shut him down as well. Again, I find it kind of interesting that as soon as Tyler Steen came into the game, the Commanders ran a lot of defensive line games towards his side. Now, I'm not sure if this is a 2-minute drill, 2-minute offense, so they're trying to generate a little bit of pressure. That could be true as well, but I still find it impressive that Tyler Steen was able to come in and really shut this down. Check this one out. Watch Daron Payne try to get past the right guard here, and the right guard straight up just shuts him down. And you can see Payne gets a little frustrated there. He takes a swipe right at the head of Steen. Should have been a penalty. Doesn't really matter. It's a gain of 18 yards regardless. But that's a nice job right there once again, right? Steen's going to get the hands right into Payne. He's going to shut him down. Now, the center is technically right there to double, which I guess is a smart thing to do when you have Lane Johnson, Landon Dickerson, and Jordan Mailata as the other offensive linemen. It makes sense to help the rookie, but it's still interesting because we saw Tyler Steen back in preseason. And again, I don't hold preseason tape to that much weight, but Tyler Steen looked very impressive. Like, he was clearly the best offensive lineman for the Eagles during preseason. And generally speaking, he was the best offensive player for the Eagles, in my opinion, during the preseason. And you can even make the argument and take it a step further. He was one of the best players on the field anytime he was on the field. The guy was very, very dominant back in preseason. And it's crazy to think this because Cam Jurgens is a really good right guard as well. Tyler Steens is also a really good right guard. And it almost makes sense that as Kelce starts to get to that time where he retires, I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year if he wants to continue to play, but the Eagles offensive line is going to be very, very good as the Eagles do move on from Kelce. I think Cam Jurgens is going to fit right in at the center position. I think Tyler Steens will take over at right guard. Dickerson will continue to play left guard. And you're going to have one of the best interior offensive lines in the NFL with those three guys. Like, you can already see it on tape. It's a really nice job. Let's wrap the video up with the final snap that Tyler Steens plays. Once again, he shuts down Payne, and you're going to see the quarterback throws a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown. I mean, that's a really nice, impressive drive. Not only do the offensive linemen, who for the most part had a four-man pass rush come, not only did they shut down the Commanders' defensive line, which, you know, with the four guys out there, multiple first-round picks, pretty good defensive line in my opinion, and this offensive line really shut it down. So this is a really, really nice job by the offensive line. It seems like the Eagles have really figured it back out on the offensive side. I know they had a couple games a couple weeks back where they struggled a little bit, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was definitely a quick one. I did want to create the Tyler Steens video because I am very, very high on him. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. And I do want to make one final point that was also impressive that he was doing within this play. That is, he's going to give the center the call, right? He's going to give him the left little tap right there. I know it's not a big deal, but do understand, you know, him looking back at the quarterback, he doesn't know what's happening right now with the defensive line. Like, did number 94 take a step out towards the left? Is 94 jumping over here into the one technique? Because he's looking back at the quarterback, he's going to give the tap, and the ball's going to get snapped within a second after he gives that tap. So just another, you know, thing to kind of keep in mind. Not a big deal. Only 6 snaps. Of course, this is the kind of stuff we do on this channel. So if you guys enjoy it, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.